Hi there, welcome to Miller's Laboratory. My name is Sue and I'm happy that you've joined me today. I'm going to be flipping through this book, which is not for sale in my Etsy shop. This was actually a custom order that I just completed. I'm getting ready to send out to the buyer, Jean, and I got permission to go ahead and make a video of it so that I could share it with you too. During this video I may speed parts up and put in music because it's a big journal and I don't want you to get bored. So first of all, let's just talk a little bit about a custom order because some people may not know how that works. I was contacted through Etsy by Jean and given some specific things that they were looking for. Jean had seen my recent journal called Seeing Red and wanted something like that, but with some changes. Asked for a blue color scheme and an antique blue book cover. And pictures of boys instead of girls, like I had in the red one. Asked for 300 pages roughly, which is what the other book was, and lots of pop-ups. The flowers were okay, peonies and hydrangeas. Birds are okay. Jean asked if I could please incorporate postage stamps and postcards, and if I could get some apples and grapes in there. So I did my best to accommodate all of those things. And then once we had chosen a cover, I sent a couple of pictures and Jean picked the one that they wanted. And then once we got that going, I created a listing on Etsy that is closed to everybody else except for Jean. So that's how that works, in case you're interested. I do custom orders. I like it. So let me know if there's something you're looking for. I just have a simple elastic band on this to hold it closed. It's just a nice hair band, and I picked this color because it kind of went with the spine that I used. The book is very fat, super fat. This particular cover was, the book was actually quite thin, and so I had to create a new spine for it. And I know that the spine that I made was 1 3/4 inches wide, so that's how thick this book is. And so let's page through, and I might talk part of the time and I might not. So you might hear some music part of the time, but I'll definitely stop and make comments where there's something I want you to know. This was one of the original pages from the book. This was some sort of a religious education book. So this was Paul's journeys in the Holy Land. I used a lot of vintage and antique book pages in this journal. This is also the original cover page here that I incorporated into this pull-out. Pop up there. I found a couple of different digitals that I used for this with the little pictures of the boys, and I will put the names of those Etsy shops below. there wound up being about 10 pop-ups. this book, and like 33, 34 journal cards and tags. There's lots of pockets. Well, this is an original postcard. I have quite a few of these hotel ones. This particular one is from 1940, but I like to keep the writing on there. So I've done this before. If you've seen other flip throughs of mine, I just attach a second piece of paper onto the back for the writing because I like to leave that part. And I just added a bird on there. This one, excuse me, I used the image of the peonies and only glued it on the bottom and on the side to make a tuck spot here. And a really large journal card. This is an old school paper with French writing on it, probably French class. Incorporated some different ephemera. I just kind of went through my computer, my different files, and picked things that were blue that seemed to go. Now here I kind of did the same thing, and this is glued here, here, and here, this peony, and created a pocket so you can kind of see through it in the spaces. I just made this big journal card or big tag. I had fun going through and finding birds that were blue. There's a lot more than you would think. A couple different sheet music covers. I already went by one. These were digitals that I found on the New York Public Library site. Stamp identification book. Paper is super thin. Here I used a window from a window envelope to make a pocket. And this is a digital print of back of a postcard, a blank one. I just glued the image of the birds on the other side. Vellum that I printed on. I used that same piece for a belly band earlier in the book. A little tuck up pocket. That piece right there is coming apart. I'm just going to make a note and just put a little bit of washi tape right there. the other half of the paint chip pretty quick here. Yeah, that's that same page again that's tearing out. We'll fix it. It's the other little paint chip half. Alright, that's the end. So I'm going to make that little repair and get this sent off to Jean. And thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to start working on my graphics fairy design team project next. So stay tuned. Bye.